All I can tell y'all is that big things are coming your way and coming my way. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? Chris Bauer here, Bauer Sports Media, coming at you live on a Wednesday night, a little earlier. Well, I don't know. It's good timing. It's not even 9 o'clock here, almost 10 o'clock Eastern time, but I'm so excited for tomorrow. And I'll drop the link. Maybe we could just do a little hangout and just talk, and always Q&A and all that good stuff. But overall, I do want to make this announcement. There are big things coming to this channel, but also for me personally. Tomorrow, I have an opportunity and taking a chance, going to school just like a normal day, but I am finally going to meet with the school's athletic director. His title is technically communications director, but either way, and I'm finally going to take a chance, talk with him, meet him, introduce myself to him in person. He follows me on Twitter, because I follow the school's athletics on Twitter, but I'm going to meet with him. I'm going to take a big chance and see how it goes. I'm excited. Trying to get involved with sports coverage. This is a big step for my career, and I care about y'all enough to basically let y'all know what's up, let y'all know what's happening and everything. Y'all mean a lot to me. I know I got a lot of people that love and support me, and put up with my BS every now and then, but I appreciate y'all.
Roll down Tide.
For all of you out there. So, but yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be amazing. It's a big opportunity. And I care enough to share this stuff with you guys. I mean, I've mentioned it before about, where I go to school at Wallace and trying to get involved. I kind of said like this first semester that I just had, like just kind of get the basics, get the first semester knocked out, and then the next semester, so try to get involved with it, but one step at a time. I just, I've talked with the athletic director or whatever. I won't give his name out on here, obviously, but I have talked with him before. And he seems like a really amazing guy. And I'm looking forward to meeting with him, taking a chance, and just talking with him. So Will's in here. Gonna be getting my braces off. Hey, that's a big deal too, man. I've never had braces, but I hear they hurt like hell. That's for sure. Good to see you in here, buddy. But yeah, man, I'm excited for tomorrow. Again, big opportunity. I tell y'all, and I've tweeted out once or twice, big things are coming. For me personally, I know God's got an amazing plan for everybody. He's got a great plan for my life. I'm going to continue to believe that, as long as he keeps waking me up, as long as I'm still here, as long as I'm still breathing, I got opportunities ahead. I got a life ahead of me, and he's got a plan and a path laid out for me. Now, I don't know ultimately what it is. It might not be sportscasting. It might be something different, maybe. But for right now, that's what I'm buying into. That's what I'm believing. That's what I want. That's what I'm going after. Nothing is official. The only thing I could say is tomorrow is a big opportunity. So I'm pretty much going to meet the athletic director. I'm going to meet him after my classes in the morning, and we'll go from there. But I'm excited, and I just want to come on here and let y'all know that because I care about you and I love y'all. And y'all mean a lot to me on here. I've mentioned that time and time again, but big things are coming. I'm trying to get a bit more professional with the channel, itself and everything. And, I love y'all. And you all mean a lot to me. I know I got a big crowd cheering me on. And I love and appreciate y'all. That being said, I don't want to make it all about me tonight or anything, but I care enough to share, like this channel is not my career, but it's to show, like, to put it out there, what I love to do in sports, to talk college football, to talk some baseball, some basketball, which all that's coming pretty soon as college football is over. We got National Signing Day next month. You got March Madness around the corner. I don't know what the hell's up with baseball, but we got to get that straightened out. You got NFL playoffs and everything going on with that. But y'all help. The audience helps drive it a little bit. They help. That y'all help carry me on this channel, on the streams and everything. And I love you guys. If anyone wants to come in, I'll drop the StreamYard link for you. I love y'all, and you mean a lot to me. Thank you. Very damn good rice too. Jeff Webster, my good friend, how you doing? Before I formed you in the womb, I knew. Yes, sir. I love that verse, and that's powerful too. It definitely goes to show, like, just the plan that God had. See, here's the thing. And I'm no preacher, but I am a Christian, and I'm not afraid to share my beliefs and my faith on here. Think about it. I don't care who you are out there. I don't care who you are out there. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you've done. I don't know what you've been through. But, man, this just goes to show you, man, God can take the craziest situations, the brokenness, all of that, and make it beautiful. Put the pieces together, man. He knew that verse right there, Jeff, Jeremiah 1:5 that you put, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Yes, that is so powerful. The fact that God knew who I was before I was even on this earth and a thought in anybody else's mind. The fact that he had a plan before he knew my mistakes. He knew the car wreck I had earlier in the year. He knew that was going to happen. He knew I'd screw up and run a red light. He knew I'd cuss a little bit. Do this, do that. He knew. He could have prevented it. But he lets this stuff happen as part of his plan. And again, I'll say, look, I don't know who you are out there. I don't know what you've gone through, what you've done. But God's got an amazing plan for your life. If you believe it and you trust him and you just say, God, take what I have that I can't control, that I have no idea what to do with. God, just take it from me. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to see what you do, Lord. And, it's amazing. I heard a song on the radio earlier by, I was listening to the Christian radio that I listened to. I'm trying to think of the artist, Danny Goki. Y'all go check this song out. It's called More Than You Think I Am. This song is incredible, man. And hold on, I'll find it. I want to read these lyrics and share it with you real quick. I'm not going to play the song. But, and again, I dropped the StreamYard link if anyone would like to join. Anyone's welcome on. I don't care. So, this is powerful, man. You always think I'm somewhere on a mountaintop, but never think behind bars. You'd be amazed the places that I go to be with you where you are. So forget what you've heard, what you think that you know. There's a lot about me that's never been told, but the chorus, man, it just gets to me. More than you dreamed, more than you understand. Your days and your times were destined for our dance. I catch all your tears, burn your name on my heart. Be still and trust my plan. I'm more than you think I am. Man, that song's just it's very powerful. Y'all need to go check this out here. I'm gonna share this. I don't know which one to share. Copy link address. I don't know. But go check that song out, man. It's very powerful. Will says, I'm trying to pursue sportscasting in the future like you, Ballard, but God will know what I'm going to do. I just don't know what's going to happen. Well, man, look, do your best. See, this is a quote that I kind of came up with myself. Maybe someone said it out there, but every day, wake up, go out and execute, do your best, and win or lose, give God all the glory and trust him. That's it. That's life right there. That's an everyday thing. That's how you need to live your life, man. Or, truly, if you look, I don't mean to say it like trying to force God on anybody or force Jesus, not like you better live your life, not like that, but that's how I live my life. I believe in Jesus. I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm not ashamed to share my beliefs or anything like that on here. But I lose the battle sometimes. I fall down. I struggle. But God wins it for me at the end of the day. And you got to thank him for that. You got to give him praise and glory. You have to, man. That's really it. But again, I'll drop the link again. But if anyone wants to come on here, anybody's welcome to. But I care about y'all. I love you guys enough that, y'all know why I do this channel. It's more than just us hanging out. I mean, I started it for my career. And what was supposed to be me being the next Feinbaum or Stephen A. or whatever has turned into just great relationships and friendships and an amazing community on here. And I love all you guys, man. And I'm still going after my career. This is still part of it. It's not it exactly. Some people have said, not necessarily to quit, but they say, man, this isn't what's really going to define your career or anything. And quite honestly, I would agree because this is just part of it. Like, this is to show what I can do right now. But truly, it starts tomorrow, and I don't know how long it's going to take, what the process is, but it starts with just meeting and saying hello to this athletic director at school tomorrow and taking a chance, man. Steve Harvey, I should share this one for you guys here, but he talks about jumping. I'm actually going to play this. It's very inspirational. But he has a book, and I have the book too. It's called Jump by Steve Harvey. But what it is he talks about you jump. You stand on this cliff of life, right? And what you do is God, when he made all of us, gave us all at least one gift at birth. It might take you 50 years to figure it out, but at some point, you got to try to look for it. You got to try to figure out what you're made for, right? And you take that chance. You take a leap of faith. You jump and see what God can do for you, man. I'm going to share this video with you guys. And again, I dropped the StreamYard link. Anyone's welcome on to talk. We don't have to talk about this, but let's just hang out, man. Let's hang out for a bit and all that. I hope I don't get copyrighted for this.
Now, the Supreme Court is considering a case.
Don't care.
Take away that right. Help us fight to
No.
make sure every person can control their own body.
Stupid.
Every successful person in this world has jumped. I'm going to tell you what I mean by that.
It's only like 6 minutes.
You are going to have to jump. You cannot just exist in this life. You have got to try to live. If you are waking up thinking that there's got to be more to your life than it is, man, believe that it is. But to get to that life, you're going to have to jump. I'll tell you why I call it jumping. See, God, when he created all of us, he gave every last one of us a gift at birth. He never created a soul without endowing them with a gift. You just got to quit looking at gifts as running, jumping, sing, and dance. It's more than that. It's if you know how to network, if you can connect dots, if you draw, if you teach. Some of y'all fry chicken better than anybody else, bake pie. Some of you cut hair, color hair. Some people do grass. I got a partner, man, we never wanted to go out with us because we stayed out too late. Come on, man, go out with. Now I got to get up early tomorrow. I'm cutting Miss Johnson's grass. We kept laughing at this dude, cutting grass. How much they pay you? He got a landscaping company in Cleveland worth $4 million. Because all he do is cut grass. But he was gifted at it. I got a partner on a detail shop, make $800,000 a year detailing cars. He got 6 mobile trucks running around. $800,000 a year. All he do is detail cars. That's his gift. That's what he loved to do. You've got to identify that gift. Now listen to me. When you see people in life, when you're standing on the cliff of life and you see people soaring by, you hear about them doing wonderful things. Maybe you look up the street and your neighbor just gets a car.
I'll let you in a second,
well,
right?
how's he doing that? Have you ever thought, maybe this person right here has identified their gift and is living in their gift? Because your Bible says, this your Bible, says your gift will make room for you. Your gift, not your education. You go get an education, that's nice. But if you don't use your gift, that education only gonna take you so far. I know a lot of people got degrees, man, they ain't even using it. It's your gift. But the only way for you to soar is you got to jump. You got to take that gift that's packed away on your back. You got to jump off that cliff and pull that cord. That gift opens up and provides the soar. If you don't ever use it, you're going to just go to work. And if you're getting up going to work on a job every day that you hate going to, that ain't living, man. You just existed. At one point in time, you ought to see what living is like. But the only way to see what living like, you got to jump. And here's the problem. I'm going to just be real with you. When you first jump, let me tell you something. Your parachute will not open right away. You're going to hit them rocks. You're going to get some skin tore off on them cliffs. You're going to get all your clothes tore off. You're going to get some cuts on you. You're going to be bleeding pretty bad. But eventually, the parachute has to open. That is a promise of God. That ain't a theory. That's a promise. His promises is true, because listen to me. You cannot name one single thing God has not gotten you through. Name it. And if he ain't got you through it, he currently pulling you through it right now. And the living proof of it is you sitting in here. If he hadn't got you through it, you wouldn't even be here. So if he ain't never not got you through it, why would he not let your parachute open? It has to open, man. You can play it safe and deal without the cuts and the tears. And you can stand on that cliff of life forever safe. But if you don't jump, I got another promise I can make you. Your parachute will never open. You'll never know. You'll never know what God really has for you. See, your God has a wonderful life for you. Once again, I'm going to refer to your Bible. Now, you go down there, you memorize these scriptures, you don't apply them to yourself. Your Bible says that he comes to give you life, and you life more abundantly. If I were you, I would jump. Because that's the only way to get to that abundant life. You got to jump, man. You got to take a chance. Now, when I get through talking, there are those of you who discuss this in the car. Well, I got bills, and I got bills. Whether you stay on the cliff or you jump, you're going to have bills. Well, if I quit my job, I'm going to ruin my credit. If you got a job, you live in check to check. Even if you got A1 credit, you can't buy nothing else no damn way. At one point in time, man, do yourself a favor. Go see what God really do. God hold you up, man. He ain't going to let you fall. He ain't bring you this far to let you fall. Do yourself a favor, man. Before you leave this world, before you die, jump. Just jump one time. Just jump. Thank you very much.
One more time.
What's up?
Pretty nice.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, I heard that.
Words of inspiration. Well, I think what everyone needs.
Yeah, man. I mean, I remember hearing it, and I shared it on Facebook 2 years ago, and it just opened my eyes a bit. You know, like, I mean, it just, he mentioned, like, you know, the Bible, you know, like God's word says, like, your gift makes room for you. And he said, not your education, but your gift, you know, go get an education, which you know, that's still very important, man. But really, what it comes down to, man, you find out what you're good at or what you enjoy, and that with like the least amount of effort to put in. Like, I mean, you got to put a lot of work in, but man, you don't have to stress yourself out over it. But when you find something that you can do that's stress free or little stress at least, and it's something you enjoy, man, go after it. And I've always loved sports.
You got something going on tomorrow?
Me?
Yeah, there's something
Class.
about.
Well, yeah, well, I got classes, but I'm meeting. That's what I was saying at the beginning. I'm meeting with the school's athletic director to talk about getting involved with the athletics and coverage.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Are you going to, which college are you going to?
It's here in Alabama. It's called Wallace State. I won't give the guy's name out of, obviously.
Do they have a football team?
They don't have football, but they have softball, basketball, baseball. Basically, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's not like every sport in the world, and I don't know why they don't have a football team, but
it's a little small college, so that's what's up. I mean, I
haven't
talked to you
too. So, I mean,
I haven't talked to you since Monday. I mean, you know, and I know you were in Chess's stream Monday night. I mean, look, you know, they deserve it. They were the better team. They came and they played and they whipped us around physically. So I mean, there is no denying that. But you know, we got Bryce coming back. We got Will coming back. So we got our two leaders coming back. And did you see what Saban said in the post-game press conference? That
before the players walked off.
Well, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Okay, Ballard, you know me. I'm a huge Georgia fan.
Of
Are
course.
you I'm not sure if I've met you before, but it's a pleasure. What I think what you were about to get at is Nick Saban sitting the boys down, Will Anderson and Bryce Young, and telling them, hold on, wait a second, can I say something?
Yes.
These boys played their butts off, and one game isn't determined.
It doesn't define who they are.
It's not gonna. I mean, you know,
and I think that, and I like I was about to say, like I think that is just that's a coach I want to play for. There's probably if I had to think about two coaches I want to play for, Kirby Smart said he's kind of like Nick Saban in a class act kind of way, and then obviously the second one would be Nick Saban. I can't think of two other coaches that are respectful, religious. Religion is a big thing for me too, Ballard. Maybe Ryan Day is or maybe Dabo. But
no,
those
two can't compare to Kirby or Saban.
Right.
I don't even think they can hold their jockstrap.
What I was about to say is like Nick Saban and Kirby Smart are light years above any other coach. I really can't think of a coach that is on par with those two coaches.
And I saw someone said, you know, that is going to make, you know, their entire life that a coach like Nick Saban, who some may consider the greatest college football coach to ever live, to give that high praise. And look, Will Anderson and Bryce Young, they're going to be in the NFL for 15 years. So, I mean, you know, they're going to be set for the rest of their lives if they keep up how they're playing. But just for him to say that, those few words, it meant a lot. And even after that loss, that, obviously Alabama isn't used to taking a whole lot, it does mean a lot.
It means the world, basically. And I agree with everything you just said. So yeah.
So, but congratulations, man. Y'all waited 41 years, and I think y'all got yourselves a coach that, this was your first one in 41 years. But if Kirby keeps up this recruiting, which, he's a national champion, that really speaks for itself. Georgia isn't going to be going anywhere anytime soon, nor is Alabama. This is going to be the SEC championship game going forward. You might have one fluke here where one doesn't make it, but going forward, this is going to be the SEC championship game every year.
I agree.
Well,
I think Georgia has an easier route to Atlanta than Alabama does. Alabama has
true.
Jimbo Fisher and then Ole Miss, which supposedly
they'll probably get
ours,
but 2023.
Lane Kiffin is Lane Kiffin, so he might pull something out of his butt. So, but
he's probably going to end up getting Arch in 2023. So,
getting what?
Arch Manning.
Oh, you think he's going to go? Okay.
Yes, I will.
If I was Arch,
he will be going to Ole Miss.
I wouldn't put it past him. Lane Kiffin's a great quarterback coach.
His uncle played at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
So ultimately, you might see one fluke here where maybe, an Ole Miss does somehow make it, or if you look at the East, what is Georgia's biggest competition? Tennessee, Kentucky, South Carolina? What is their biggest competition?
You talking about next year?
I'll tell you what. I'll say with South Carolina and Shane Beamer, and then bringing in, which I don't know what to expect from Spencer Rattler, but he's used the transfer portal a bit. He also got Austin Stogner, the tight end from Oklahoma, too. He's got some players, and I think he's got the right heart and mindset for South Carolina.
They might be they're gonna probably be, they might be an 8-win bowl team, but you really think they're about to go out and really beat Kirby Smart? I know they did it a few years ago, but you think that at this level they're about to go out and defeat a Georgia team that's about to be very hard to defeat? No, I wouldn't put my money on it.
Dude, whoa.
What?
Okay, I'm going to share this video with you guys, but I uploaded my reaction to
I just watched it. It has
it's been 5 hours, and it's got almost 5,000 views already.
Yeah, I just watched it like 2 hours
What is it,
ago.
two Monday?
Or 1,000.
What?
I watched
the
it
national
about 2 hours
championship?
ago.
Yes. So I'm going to share this with you guys. This was my reaction to Keely Ringo getting that pick 6 to seal the game for Georgia. It's already got 146 likes and 4,000 plus views. Dude, I uploaded it this
4,000?
afternoon.
Ballard, I just watched it. Hold on, pause it real quick. Let me talk. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, go ahead.
I just watched it probably an hour ago, and it was at 1.5. And I was like, wow, this is great for Ballard.
An hour ago, it was at 1.5?
Yeah, that's when I watched
What
it. It was at 1.5.
Dude, this is going insane. This is blowing up. This is blowing the fuck up.
That's good, man.
Oh my
That's
God.
good.
Okay, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, I'm sure that you have seen it. Check this out here. This was my reaction to the pick with Keely Ringo. Take a look. 9, 3rd and 10. Come on, you got this. Bryce, come on. No! I was pissed. Oh my God, no! Oh my God. Y'all ain't never heard Ballard like this, have you?
I was just pure silence during it.
So Ballard, I have a couple of questions, or I'll let the video play.
That's okay. LW in the comments.
Did y'all see Chess's
every
and
Georgia
Trench's
fan
reaction?
on-
Chess was going nuts. I mean,
Chess was
he acted
on
like he was about to have
bro.
a mental breakdown.
Hell
You know,
no.
I mean, that's just
LW,
pure emotion.
LW said, "Oh yeah, every Georgia fan on earth is going to watch Bama fan reaction."
Oh, you're damn right, LW. You're damn.
What were
right.
you gonna say, Colby? What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was gonna ask like how you got different angles, like when reacting.
Like this? You talking about like how I set it up?
Like scroll back like 10 seconds or so. Like it wasn't. You might have been watching a different channel than me, so it might have gave like different angles.
No. This was the actual ESPN broadcast here.
Okay.
What I did was I think it's time I tell y'all what I use. So I use it on my phone is how I edit. Who cares how you edit? But man, make it look good. So
It looks good.
Yeah. So I use an app called Video Guru Maker, whatever it is. All I have to do is if I screen record like the actual footage, and I can get that, I can get like the game call, and I can put my own in with it.
Hey, Ballard, I'm going to head out. Colby, congratulations, Ballard. You know we'll be back. We're going to bounce right back next year, but I'm out.
I know.
See you, man.
Yeah, so I kind of put it all together. You know, I kind of get the different angles, like from the replay, from the actual play when it happened, and I put the right audio with it. And then, of course, the picture-in-picture thing is kind of like select what video or what picture you want to be shown on here and how you want it. So it's just taps of buttons, whatever.
Gotcha.
Jeff, you're pissing me off, sir. And with that, your Facebook poster post and your Bama card is revoked. Listen, I have been crediting the dogs. I'm happy for them. They earned it. They spent 41 years. This is what pisses me off about Jeff. I can't congratulate or do anything to give credit to a team. I post something like this, like me reacting to a Bama loss or acting happy after a loss or whatever, and he gets uppity like he's the Bama fan police. Sir,
I kind of feel the same about
this is
Jeff
stupid.
Webster. And I would like Jeff Webster to join too. But I want to ask you first, what was your Facebook post?
I think I had shared that you guys were champions, and I just congratulated you. It was nothing major.
That's it?
I didn't say your slogan.
what's so wrong
I didn't
with that?
sing your
There's
fight
nothing wrong
song.
with
I
that.
didn't do any of that.
Yeah. I feel like Jeff is – I feel like Jeff – like, I love Jeff. Jeff is I've known Jeff for probably about 2, maybe 3 years. Like, Jeff is good people, but I feel like he's a little bit sensitive.
Oh,
I don't want to say mad, but he's a little bit upset. But he tries to not come off that way. But he's a little bit upset, and I don't blame him. Like but he just tries to come off.
So here's what I did. So on the BSM Facebook page, I shared the college football playoffs post that has Lucas Oil in the background. It's got 3 Georgia players, and it's got the championship, and it says that you're national champions. Like, it's your official poster.
Oh, so that would be something. Okay, that's a little bit weird, man. That's a little bit
now,
weird.
Hold on.
That would be something that I would.
Listen,
so I see
Bama's my team for life. Here's the thing, though. If I want to be a sport, I don't want to just cover Alabama. But I also can't be listen, there are certain, like Greg McElroy, I guarantee you, down to the core, and even Tim Tebow, you know he's a Gator for life. Yeah, he played there. Is he not congratulating Alabama every time they win? Is he not humble and giving Bama the credit and Saban? What do you think he had to say about this game? put myself in those shoes.
Yeah. Did you hear? I think it was week
go.
1, College Game Day, where David Pollock actually made the prediction that actually came true. Whatever weeks later, if it was 15, 14 weeks, whatever. Weeks later, he said that Alabama would win the SEC, but Georgia would win the Natty, and that's the first time ever in my history that David Pollock has ever supported the Dogs. Not supported, but picked the Dogs to win the Natty. And that's probably because Alabama has just been that good for the past 41 years. Let's just call it that.
Jeff, just go ahead and chew me out, piss me off, cuss me out, whatever the hell. I can't wait to hear all this.
I'm not going to chew yet. I'm going to explain myself.
Okay.
I got no problem with congratulating
Wait,
Georgia.
hold on. One second. Jeff, you came in here chewing him out, so you might as well explain yourself about that first. It's kind of
Don't
hard.
tell me what the hell I'm supposed to say. Hey, shut the hell up. Don't tell me what the hell I'm supposed to say. I'm going to say what I want to say.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Here's what I want to say. I got no problem with you congratulating Georgia. I congratulated Georgia. They're the deserving national champions. And until someone wins the national championship next year, let's say the national championship game next year is Alabama-Ohio State. 5 minutes before the kickoff of that game, you know who the national champion is going to be? Georgia. And they're going to be the national champion until the game ends, the next national championship game ends, in which they don't win it. So they're the national champions. They deserve it. They deserve all the credit. My problem with Ballard is Ballard goes and gets the celebratory congratulations, look how great we are, national championship trophy for Georgia, and then slaps it on his Alabama page. Look, that's not congratulating Georgia. That's slapping Alabama, saying, "Here you go, Tide fans. Look at Georgia holding up the trophy. Holding up the
Alabama
trophy we
page
won."
for my channel and my career.
I'll congratulate Georgia all they want, but I am not going to kneel down and kiss their ass.
Yes, you will.
I'm not doing that either.
No, I'm just kidding.
In fact, they could kiss mine.
You will never see me put congratulations LSU. You'll hear me say that. You'll hear me say congratulations Clemson. But am I going to go on my page and run the poster or run a highlight that shows something bad happening to Alabama? I would never, not with a loaded magnum to my head, would I have ever placed on my Facebook or YouTube page Deshaun Watson throwing that touchdown to Renfro with 1 second left.
So,
not if my life depended on it would I do that.
So I've seen a lot of community posts, like not videos, but congratulation posts. Kangaroo Black is he made a great video, and I really support him too. But he also made a community post congratulating Georgia, and he even had like a little Georgia little symbol up there, and he's even giving away a Georgia helmet on his stream. I think it might have just
good for
ended.
him. I guess he's just a better person than me, huh?
So what's the difference between that and what Ballard did?
There's nothing. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to go on my page or publicly say anything other than congratulations.
You don't have one.
Yeah, and if I had I do have a YouTube, but I don't use it. I mean, it's dormant. But I would never. Congratulations, you're the champions, Kirby. Deserving. I mean, everything you want that has to do with the game and the outcome. I'll tell you. But am I going to change my avatar to a Georgia helmet? Am I going to say your little?
Did anybody do that? Did anybody do that?
No, you're talking about this kangaroo Jack or whatever his name is.
No, he did not change his helmet to a Georgia.
But he put the Georgia. Let me
tell you this. So is it different in your opinion, Jeff, if you are just a commenter, just like me and you, we don't have YouTube pages, but maybe giving a little congratulations on a post. What's the difference?
Well, the difference is, like on my Facebook page, I came right out. I was congratulating Georgia. The game wasn't even over 15 minutes.
So basically just what Ballard did. Congratulating people.
Except I wasn't running pictures of Georgia in their moment of glory. I wasn't running pictures of Kirby holding the trophy.
Right.
I wasn't running video clips of Georgia running the ball back.
What if I was writing a newspaper, Jeff? I didn't
put the Georgia G. I didn't put the Georgia G on my Facebook post. I just typed out. I didn't go looking for a meme that was pro Georgia. I typed out something that was congratulating Georgia.
It's not like I got them on my fucking wall in here.
I feel like you're being, Jeff, to be honest, like, I feel like you're being a little bit too hard on Ballard. Like, he has a YouTube page. Like, he wants to get viewers. Like, what do you want to do to get viewers?
I mean, if that's
so hold on, I'm talking. You talked
That's
before.
part of
You
it.
asked me to shut up, so I shut up. Now I'm asking you to shut up. Okay? Got it?
Yeah.
So
Let's hear it.
He is on a YouTube page. What do people want to see out of an Alabama fan on a YouTube page that just lost to Georgia?
I know something that's going to
How
cheer
can
Jeff.
you blame him for that? Like, it doesn't
Now,
make any sense to me.
Well, no,
You notice what this fool is wearing?
if Ballard's looking for, if he's looking for hits or whatever, yeah. If I was running it,
what's the whole point of having a YouTube channel? Hits, Jeff Webster. Like, you're missing the point, brother.
I'm not missing the point, because the point would be if I had a channel and I was looking for hits, would everybody love to see Jeff Webster put on a Georgia hat and say GOWAGS? Sure, they'd go, "Oh, that's crazy. Look at that son of a bitch eating his crow." But I would not take the hits. I would turn down the hits to not do that. There's just a line I'm not going to cross.
It's just different personalities and different perspectives. That's all it boils down to.
Yeah. I'm just saying, there's a line I'm not going to cross.
Okay.
I'm not going to
ever cross, but you don't have to shame other people for crossing that line.
I'm not going to congratulate the Cow College for anything ever.
Auburn can kiss my white ass.
I hear you there. I think we're all on board on that one.
Oh yeah, okay, we can all agree on that. All right, all right. We found an area of common. Let's go from here. Let's go forward from here. We found
You know what the best thing about Georgia is? We get to play Bo Nix next year, week 1 at Oregon.
That is true. That will be sweet, and you'll get a chance to beat Dan Lanning.
Yeah, well, I love him just like how Alabama fans like Kirby. So, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. My only problem with Kirby is that he went to Athens. That's the only problem I have with Kirby. Because I knew, I've said this 1,000 times, I knew Kirby was going to be a hit wherever he went.
Yeah.
And he was going to be a success as a head coach. And I knew the combination of him having played at Georgia, him being from Georgia, him having Georgia roots, him being a good coach, him being a great recruiter, I knew it was, from a Bama fan's perspective, a disaster if he took the Georgia job, which he did. But I don't have anything against Kirby. You'll never hear me say anything bad about Kirby Smart, ever.
I don't know if you were listening earlier, Jeff, but I don't think there are any two better coaches. And I told Ballard earlier about maybe religion or just class in general than Nick Saban and Kirby Smart. I can't think of another one. Maybe.
Well, I don't care. I don't care how bad you hate Saban, and I'm sure there's millions of people out there that can't stand him. But he did conduct himself with a tremendous amount of class at the end of the game. And in his post game comments and what he said about Bryce and Will Anderson and and all that.
Chills.
I mean,
that gave me literally, like, it gave me chills. Like, I was like,
I mean, he
that's
conducted
the coach I wanna
himself.
play
He
for.
conducted himself the way I would want my coach to conduct himself. You know,
Yes.
I mean, it was completely unlike the way Dabo Swinney conducted himself after he got beat in 2015. When he finally got to the Natty and he got beat, and then Dabo Swinney just did everything but congratulate Alabama.
Yeah,
And,
it's the
it's Saban
complete
right on the
opposite.
field tells Kirby, "You guys kicked our ass."
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Sam?
So
Hey Sam, you getting King Henry back?
yeah.
All right, they made a couple explosive plays and won.
I think they did the right.
Why you do not eat your crow for?
I
You
think the
lost.
Titans. I think the Titans having home field advantage and having Henry having that bye week, one more extra week to get healthy. That's going to make the Titans they're going to be tough to deal with.
Yep. We hope to go to the Super Bowl. I'm not counting my chickens yet.
Don't call it the eggs either.
I said I'm not counting my chickens yet. That means I'm not celebrating yet. I'll wait till we get to the Super Bowl and win it.
I think it's.
Hey, are you going to beat Tom Brady to do it, or who you think you're going to play?
Yeah, we're gonna beat Tom Brady.
Oh, it's
We
on.
Tom Brady deserves to get his little butt handed to him on the silver platter.
Everybody's been saying that for 25 years, dude. What are you talking about?
It's our turn.
What I'm hoping is that Brady doesn't even make the Super Bowl. I don't even want him in the game. I want him sitting at home watching it on TV.
I really want to see Tom Brady in the Super Bowl again. I'm not a call. I like the Falcons, but I hardly like them. But I want to see.
Lamb Falcons are not in the Super Bowl, buddy.
Say what?
Lamb Falcons are not in the Super Bowl.
Not this year.
Yeah.
Well, they're not in the playoffs.
They're not in the Super Bowl.
They're not in the playoffs.
I hope they never make it again.
Like I said, I'm just a Falcons fan. I know the Falcons are not going to be in the Super Bowl. I think that's obvious. But I would like to see Tom Brady play in the Super Bowl again. Just being a football fan in general.
Well,
I do think I will say this. I do think if Derrick Henry never got hurt, he would be first or second, maybe third in the MVP candidate race. Like, he was playing that good.
Well, it took was it 4 weeks? It was either he led for 3 or it was the third week. It was like I believe it was 4 weeks after he got hurt before the next rusher passed the total amount of rushing yards that he had.
Yeah, he was doing crazy yards.
And when he got hurt, the next week, Tennessee was on Monday night or Sunday Night Football, and he was hurt. He wasn't playing. But Al Michaels or somebody, maybe it was ESPN. They had an interesting stat that on the play he got hurt, Tennessee had handed the ball to a running back 247 times in the season up to that point. Handing the ball to a running back. And they had handed it to Henry 231 times. Out of 247. That's why he's not going to be playing in 5 years. Because the big backs that are like that are like Henry, that get to 10,000 yards real fast because they've run over everybody, their body breaks down because they just can't take the beating.
Well, let me ask you this, Jeff and Ballard too, and you too, Sam. Georgia had a couple of running backs a couple of years ago, Sony and Nick Chubb. Yep. Sony won a ring with New England, and then you haven't heard from him since. But he was
he got hurt.
Chubb.
Well, he's also with the Rams right now too, by the way.
Is he hurt or something? Like, why isn't he playing?
He got hurt. He got hurt in New England. And Damian Harris took his job.
Yeah.
So he's hurt currently?
No, he's not hurt currently. He was hurt like 2 years ago.
Yeah, so that's my question. Like why isn't he playing? And Nick Chubb had drafted after Sony for some odd reason is
Yeah, but
blowing it up.
Sony is playing. He's the featured running back for the Rams.
He's playing. Oh, so he's currently playing.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's like the lead rushing. He's like the #1 running back for the Los Angeles Rams.
For some reason, okay, thank you. I thought for some reason he was he wasn't playing for some reason.
No.
Is he doing well then?
Yeah. He I think he wears uniform 20. I think he wears uniform 25 for the Rams. I think he wore 21 for the Patriots, but he wears 25 for the Rams.
Okay.
I mean, I just watched him play. I just watched him play Saturday. I watched the Rams 49ers game, and he was playing in that and played well.
Okay. You see, I don't watch NFL like I do college football, so thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah, I don't follow it either. I just happen to know that who you're talking about. I just got done seeing him play. I don't follow NFL like I do college, not even close.
Yeah. But
mainly because my team is the Bears. Mainly because my team is the Bears, and they suck.
Can you do
this?
Hey,
yeah,
Jeff, have you ever done?
Y'all got to get rid of Matt Nagy. By the way, I mean it's been time.
The latest rumor here is Minnesota is interested in Matt Campbell.
Oh,
the Iowa State coach.
Hold on, the Vikings, or are you talking about the Gophers?
The Vikings.
Okay, I was fixing to say.
I'm talking about yeah. What's his name isn't going anywhere with the Gophers. He's still there.
Clay.
Yeah. Row the boat. Yeah. But he turned down all that money to go to Detroit.
Ooh.
He didn't want the Lions job.
Nobody does.
Well, I mean, if you take the Lions job, you got to deal with the ownership. The ownership's the Ford family, and they're dysfunctional, just like the McClaskey family in Chicago is.
I didn't know that. The ownership of the Lions is the Ford family?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
I don't know that they're sole owners, but they are the primary owners, and to my knowledge, they always have been. Like William Ford the Fourth is the chairman of the board for the Lions. I mean, that's why the Lions play at Ford Field.
Right.
It's all adding up to me now. So I heard that y'all's offensive coordinator, is his name Bill OBrien? Is that the name? I've heard he's been linked to the Jags.
I hope to God he goes.
I don't care where he goes, but he needs to get the hell out.
I want him to get the hell out of Tuscaloosa.
Okay,
Pete Golding too. Pete Golding can go with him.
So that's my question. Like, in a down year, I really do think it was Alabama's down year. He led y'all to not led, but he helped get y'all to a national championship. So what's so bad about him?
What could have been and how much more effective we could have been. I think there are touchdowns all over the season that were left on the field because of his play calling. I attribute the loss to Texas A&M completely to him. And I think then, and I said this in a stream, and right away, every Georgia fan started accusing me of making excuses, which I'm not. All I'm saying is,
I did that. I was just trolling because
we got to the 5-yard. We got inside the 10-yard line twice, and I didn't like our play calling. Now, if I'd called the plays, maybe they wouldn't have worked either. And huge props to Georgia because Georgia stopped them. So there's nothing. I'm not saying Georgia did anything wrong, or like if we'd have called something else, it would have absolutely worked because Georgia wouldn't have stopped. Georgia probably would have stopped them. But we didn't do anything to challenge Georgia when we got down there. And if either one of those is a touchdown, then I think that changes that. If it's not 9-6 at halftime, if it's 16-6 or 19-6, we got a different second half.
Right.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean Georgia doesn't go on to win. I'm just saying it changes things.
Yeah. Well, y'all
And,
had.
and,
I think.
and
If,
that I blame on OBrien.
Gotcha.
Now, if Nick Saban says Bill O'Brien's my man and I want him to come back, then I'll shut my ass because I'm
Right.
going to go with whatever Saban says. I'm good with. I don't care what it is.
So
I mean, you know, because he's the GOAT.
What were you
He's the
frustrated
GOAT.
about? Like in the red zone, did you not run the ball more? Like,
Well, we didn't even try to run it. We made a token run. We made one token run off left tackle in 7 snaps inside the 10.
Well, I think this, Jeff.
Dang.
Y'all really couldn't run the ball, so why try to?
I hate to interrupt real quick, but I will say just because of the score, currently in SEC basketball, it is currently Arkansas up on Missouri 49-15 at the half in basketball. Carry on.
Oh my God, 49-15. Holy cow.
Freaking round ball.
Ugh.
Well, I was just gonna ask you, Jeff, like
Carry
Alabama,
on.
I think Georgia was set to stop the run.
Right.
And
Yeah.
you're saying that we didn't run the ball.
That's what they've
enough.
done all year.
Well,
Right,
what
right,
I'm saying is that Alabama has a fullback on scholarship. They have a jumbo package where they put defensive tackles in to run as fullbacks, and none of that was even attempted. I mean, they didn't even try that. And I would have at least tried it, you know.
Well, a jumbo package is kind of just on short yardage gains.
Right, yeah. Well, I'm saying.
So what would you have what would you have done? I'm just picking at your brain, you know.
I would have done a toss sweep right, not left. Toss sweep right on first down from the 7. Let's say I get 2 yards. I'm going to bring in the jumbo package on second down and then try to hit Latu on a tight end fade in the corner because he's 6'5". Okay. If that doesn't work, then we'll see where we're at on third down.
Right.
But I'm gonna at least try something different than the predictable shit they did run.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Did y'all know? I don't think a lot of people know this, and I just figured it out today. Our left tackle switched to left guard. Have y'all heard the name Jamal Sawyer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was playing left tackle in the first 2 quarters. And then late first half, he switched to left guard. And then our freshman, Broderick Jones, actually played left tackle for the rest of the game. I think, I don't know, it doesn't really correlate with anything that you said, Jeff, but it's pretty interesting that we had a freshman playing left tackle.
Well, we had a freshman playing center.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, and
One of the things I think that
it's just
we were playing with our third string freshman center.
Yeah, well,
and maybe
I'm sure he was a 5-star. Yeah,
and the left tackle Evan Neal is going to be, I don't know, at worst the 5th pick in the draft if he doesn't go in the top 3.
I think the Jets
that will put the last 4 starting left tackles for Alabama. The last 4, the worst they've been drafted is 18th.
Yeah.
I just saw a stat. It's not a stat actually. It's an NIL deal. Stetson had an NIL deal, and I can't pull it up right now because I'd have to leave the stream to pull it up. But if I remember correctly, Stetson had a $41,000 dollar NIL deal before the national championship.
You serious?
Wow.
Well, 41,000.
Let me find this. I'll find it for you.
Yeah, well, see if you can pull it up, Howard. And I think it went up to, and I might be.
The first thing I'm saying about Stetson Bennett was that he was drunk on Good Morning America.
Oh yes, have you seen that, Howard?
Yeah.
I heard something about it, but I did not watch the interview. Was he actually drunk? Did they pop some cold ones after the game?
I mean, he probably got drunk that night, woke up, from 1 hour sleep and then had an interview. Someone should have.
I was going to point out too, one play that I noticed. If you go back and you look at the game, so it was 9-6 Alabama at the half, right? But one key play that kind of helped Georgia a little bit. If you go back, it's like 3:20 left in the third. That it was a blocked field goal that Will Reichert attempted. I think that was a key save for the Dogs, and it kind of changed a little bit of momentum for the game the rest of the way. But carry on.
I'm gonna pat myself on the back because people, you might remember hearing me say this, that the number for Georgia was 3030. They had to score 30 points. They had to score 30 points. Check. They had to get at least 3 sacks. Check. Yeah. They had to avoid turning the ball over, with the exception of one. They did. So they did what they needed to do, and they needed Alabama to help them. And part of that was Alabama wideouts dropping passes inside the 10-yard line 3 times. 3 times dropping passes inside the 10-yard line. Balls that Bryce Young put on the money that they didn't catch.
Yeah. Yeah. I think one was at the 1-yard line too.
Yeah, well, yeah. When Ja'Cory Brooks turns the wrong way, it was great coverage, but great coverage gets beat by the perfect pass.
Yeah. Who's y'all's tight end? Number 19.
Billingsley.
He's gone. He's gone. The son of a bitch. He's entered the transfer portal. Thank God. They ran his ass out of Tuscaloosa. He didn't even get on the plane when they were telling him to get out of town.
Really?
Let me tell you,
I thought
Colby,
he was, okay.
I promise you, after the game, just yesterday, I find news. What do we have, Jeff? 7 players enter the portal?
Yeah, Jaleel Billingsley, Trey Sanders, a bunch of guys that are not going to see the field next year.
Trey Sanders is gone too?
Yep.
Why? Why did Trey Sanders leave?
Because he's not going to start.
Here's why. Because I've got the numbers right in front of me. I wrote them down. I looked at the 2021 247 recruiting class and the 2022 247 recruiting class, and Joe Smith, cornerback, position 3. That means he's the number 3 cornerback in the whatever. Okay. So based on that, the freshmen Alabama have this year and the guys coming in, you know why Trey Sanders left? I'll tell you why. Because the running back room is going to have the number 1, the number 7, the number 8, the number 5, and a transfer from the number 5 is the Gibbs guy transferring in from
this is all running
Georgia Tech. Right.
Yeah.
So Bama's going to have 1, 5, 7, and 8.
No,
in the last 2 recruiting classes in their running back room, and their offensive line is going to have as centers, tackles, and guards. They're going to have 6 players in the top 15. So when these pundits are saying this was the year to get Alabama, this is why I have been saying that. Because when you look at what's coming, and oh, by the way, the position that they call, quote unquote, athlete, they just call it athlete. Here's who Bama's got coming in. 2 from Georgia. Thank you very much, kid from Georgia. 2, 3, 5, and 7. Mm-hmm. Think about that now. These are at their position in the whole country. And Alabama's got 1, 5, 7, and 8 running backs.
Who's 3, 5, and 7 coming from Georgia?
I mean, I can look it up. It's a kid from Georgia.
I didn't know if you know.
LW makes a good point too, Jeff. We did have was it 4 running backs out this year with injuries?
Yeah, hell yeah. We were down to a 5th-year redshirt senior and our number 5 running back.
I mean, I knew we had a few out, but 4 of them?
Okay.
Damn.
This is the one thing that is laughable. Y'all are acting like Brian, what's his name? Y'all's running back. Robinson.
Right.
Y'all are acting like he's like like a 10th string or something like that. Brian Robinson is an elite running back.
Right.
Yeah.
And he should be number one
So y'all-
full time if he's healthy.
And some not y'all, but some Alabama fans are like, we just got the like y'all had a good ass running back. Y'all need to stop complaining about the running back situation.
Can
y'all agree on that?
Alabama's got to get ready. For
Here we go. Offensive tackle Elijah Pritchett from Columbus. From Columbus Carver.
What's up, Sam?
Position number 7, 4-star.
Golly,
Isaiah Bond from Buford, Georgia. 4-star, number 2 athlete. He's from Georgia.
Can anybody tell me
Georgia?
who the Alabama draft prospects are going to be going to the NFL draft, please?
We're not talking about that right now.
Well, I'm asking the question right now. So,
well, he's asking, so you might as well.
Ask it in April. Ask it in April when you can look it up. We're talking about the natty and transfers and
the two big ones, Colby. To answer your question, the two big ones are the number 2 athlete and number 7 offensive tackle, Isaiah Bond from Buford, Georgia, and Elijah Pickett from Carver High of Columbus, Georgia.
And they're going to Bama.
They're going to Bama. They are signed. They are signed class of 2022.
Gotcha.
And I'm trying to get to the 2021 right here because that included a Georgia kid too. And by the way, Will Anderson is from Georgia.
Yeah. I know. He wanted to play for Georgia too. We've been
Jeff.
Here, number two interior offensive lineman. So that means he's a center or a guard. A freshman this year, redshirted for Alabama. 4-star, number 2 interior offensive lineman, class of 2021, Terrence Ferguson from Peach County High School in Fort Valley, Georgia.
So, Jeff, do you think all these Georgia transfers means anything for Alabama? I feel like
no, these aren't transfers. Those are the kids I just listed are recruits.
Recruits or the
recruits. That's not transfer portal. That's recruits.
Oh, I thought you said 2 were transferring from Georgia to Alabama.
No. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think anybody's transferring from Georgia to Alabama.
Oh,
I was talking about recruit. I was talking about recruiting.
Actually, there is one player transferring to Alabama from Georgia.
It
isn't the player
I was just saying, but Drew Sanders, Jeff, was a key recruit a couple years ago at linebacker. He's going to Texas.
But you got to think at the same time, like Alabama has great recruiting. I think.
Hang on a second, Colby.
Yeah, go ahead.
Drew the linebacker, Drew Sanders, left?
He's going to Texas, yes.
Shit.
I know.
Sanders left, y'all? You said
Damn
the
right he left us. Billingsley's going.
Billingsley's a lazy bum who was in and out of Saban's doghouse all year long. And it's a good riddance. I don't know of any Alabama fan. Every Alabama fan after Monday night probably hates his guts. So he had no choice but to get the hell out of town.
It seems like, in my opinion, that more people are leaving Alabama than.
It's up to 7 right now, I think.
That's what's happening.
Yeah. And I hate
but
to see
these
that.
are
I really do.
Damn it.
But I have to say this though. Trey Sanders, the running back, was not going to see the field next year. Not with all these other studs coming in. He was not going to see the field.
Well, you never know at the same time, Jeff. Like Stetson Bennett saw the field this year.
Okay, but I'd bet you $100 he would be at best. He was the number 4 running back until 2 guys in front of him got hurt this year.
He was a 5-star, right?
Yeah, but he got in a bad automobile accident. He almost lost his leg.
Oh, okay. Is that the guy that hit the mailman?
I don't know if he hit a mailman, but he almost lost.
Or Mel.
He almost lost his leg, and they wondered if he'd even walk again. Never mind play football.
Oh, okay. All right.
Damn it! Where was that player? I just saw where Georgia
Look, I
player was going to Bama.
I don't like the fact that guys are transferring out. But Jamil Billingsley, he was a poison pill. It's good that he's gone. He was bad for the program. He was in and out of Saban's doghouse, and he was lazy. So good
LW
riddance.
just said something in the chat too. I think it really did help that we did play Kenny McIntosh, Seuss, and James Cook. Y'all only really had one running back. I mean,
McIntosh impressed the hell out of me in the SEC championship game.
Yeah.
Isn't he number 6? Isn't he number 6?
yeah, McIntosh is 6. Yeah,
He's lightning fast. I can't believe he didn't get the ball more in the Natty, because he scared the hell out of me. That guy was fast as hell.
He reminds me of a better James Cook, potential wise.
Until Cook had that run, what was it, 66, 67 yards?
I think it was 75. Maybe not.
Okay.
No, it was something like that. Yeah.
Up to that point, the longest run Alabama had allowed from the line of scrimmage the whole season was 37 yards, and then he broke off that big one, and that was a backbreaker. That was a huge play for y'all.
And you know what happens? Like Kirby has preached this since he got to Georgia. Wide receivers blocking downfield.
That's what,
elite.
That's what Saban demands it too.
Yep. You're exactly right. And a lot of that shit gets overlooked. I know we don't have big wide receivers that make big plays and have 1,000 yards, whatever, but like even Darnell Washington, I hope he does not transfer. But he's a tight end, great blocker. He's a good catcher. He's the size of LeBron James, exactly. Like,
well, I'm going to tell you the secret thing that has me pissed off about Georgia winning the Natty was because I really, really wanted Bama to win, so that we could tell Brock Bowers if he wants a ring, he's got to come to Tuscaloosa. Now he's got one, and he's going to stay in Athens for the next 2 years.
Dude, I'm telling you, Brock Bowers could play in the NFL right now.
He's like, Godzilla.
He's awesome. He
Yeah.
can do it all. And he's fast.
People are talking about these guys going to the NFL now. Let me hear me out here. Hear my argument out. If you're a big stud and you're a sophomore and next year all I got to do is just make it through one more year, on my junior year, and then I'm leaving. I'm going to be 3 and out. But then you get a $700,000 million NIL deal. And at the end of your junior year, you find out your grade is like 2nd round, 3rd round. You're not as high as you thought you were going to be. Stay in school.
See,
get that NIL money again. You're already set up. I mean, you give me $20 million as a 20-year-old, or $1 million. $1 million as a 20-year-old.
20 million, like
you give me $1 million as a 20-year-old, and if I come back to Tuscaloosa next year, I can have another $1 million, or I can risk going in the 3rd round of the draft. I'm coming back to Tuscaloosa to get that second $1 million and try to raise my draft grade.
Right.
In a way, the NIL might keep some of these guys in school a little bit longer, because if you're from a dirt poor family and your family has nothing growing up, and you get a big NIL deal, all of a sudden you've got money. Now, can you just wait one more year? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The urgency to get the money is alleviated a little bit, is what I'm trying to say, I guess.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Because you can talk about Brock Bowers. You can talk about Brock Bowers all you want. I think the guy's a tremendous talent. But he's a 19-year-old body. And he gets in the NFL, they beat the hell out of him. He still needs 2 more years to get used to the hitting, to put more muscle on. I'm convinced you still need that time, man. You can't go at 18 or 19. There's no way.
I
You're
know
talking
what I
about
said
getting hit
earlier,
by
that
grown
you play in
men.
the NFL right now, but yeah,
Yeah, you're
you're
getting
probably
hit.
right.
You're getting hit by grown men that are like it's having a refrigerator fall on you. You know.
Yeah, and they play for a living. They don't play to.
Yeah, and they don't give a shit what your name is or where you did or where you played or what you did.
Right.
They're out every play. They're trying to make their next contract.
So
You
let
know.
me ask
Yeah.
you this. So I know there's NIL deals and everything possible. Let me give you the instance. Well, I was going to say, let's say George Pickens. George Pickens is. Do you think he's NFL ready, or do you think? I don't want to say NFL ready. I know he's NFL ready. Do you think he's NFL first round? Because that first round matters if it considering money.
Yes. Yeah. It does matter.
Yes, it does. Yes. So
I
do you
think.
think he should stay and try to get an NIL deal, or improve his draft stock if he's not first round?
Well. Okay. All right. If I'm George Pickens and I find out, and you know they hire these guys to go, they hire these guys to give how am I grading out? You know, if I'm George Pickens and I find out I'm not first round, then I come back. If I am first round, I'm going to go ahead and go because I've got my natty ring. I've already been hurt once, and if I'm going to be first round, I'm going to go because Pickens is likely to tear it up in the combine and put up insane, ridiculous numbers.
I feel like he's a combine machine. Like he's tall, fast, huge hands, long arms.
Right. And he, so he might make himself a lot of money just from the combine. So I would expect Pickens to go. Now I did see something on the internet that the knee injury might have cost Jameson Williams a first round pick.
And I hate that. And that was going to be my next question. Along with Mechie, I hope I hope
they both come back.
Oh, you think so? Like, do they?
I hope.
Come back? Are they sophomores or are they juniors?
No, they're both juniors. I mean, they both can come back if they want to.
Right.
I hope they do. Because I think Mechie is like a third round receiver right now, so he needs to come back.
Okay. But Jameson am I pronouncing it right? Jameson?
Yeah, Jameson. Yeah,
Jameson.
But
okay, yeah.
I saw today where they're worried about the severity of the injury because I guess it was bad.
Yeah, well, he tore his ACL, so yeah.
Yeah, so he might have to come back and prove, middle of next season.
I wouldn't risk it, but that's also when the NIL deal comes into play.
Right.
So,
yeah, if he can get $500,000 to have surgery, rehab, and then show up playing for Bama, say in November, and play the last 6 games of the season, and prove that he can do it. And if he's got $500,000 in NIL money, go that route. But I mean, who knows what's being whispered in their ear?
I mean, honestly, Sony Michel and Nick Chubb got pissed off that we didn't win it that last year, and then we came back and we fucking lost it again. But so, what happens if Mechie and Jameson comes back next year? Jesus Christ, that's a nightmare. For their draft.
I'll be so happy I won't be able to sleep for days if that happens.
I don't blame you.
Because 2019, Devontae Smith, Najee Harris, Mac Jones, who was only the backup at the time, but Najee Harris, Mac Jones, help me out, Ballard, Alex Leatherwood, who's the center?
Dickerson.
Landon Dickerson. Yeah.
Ben Jones.
Yeah. All those guys could have come out.
Yep.
And they didn't like the taste they got left in their mouth after going 12-2 and winning the Citrus Bowl. These were all guys who had won rings in 2017 as freshmen and wanted to come back and get a second ring. And they came back and you saw what happened in 2020. I'm hoping
why they wanted to come back, right?
Well, yeah, increase their drafts. Well, I mean, Waddle and Smith were going in the first round no matter what.
What convinced them? I should say it's Nick
That
Saban.
second ring.
No, well, it's Nick Saban.
Yeah.
Yeah, the second ring is great and everything, but
that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping. Mechie Williams, Williamson, who didn't get to see it because he was on Ohio State and lost it, so he doesn't have one. But Mechie's got a ring. I'm hoping he has the same response that Waddle and Smith had, saying, "I'm going to come back and get another one because I think we can win it in 2022."
So Ballard, let me ask you this, Ballard.
Okay.
If you were a Georgia fan,
I'm not, but
I know,
okay.
But if you were, would you want to see Stetson Bennett come back?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he just won you a championship. Why wouldn't you want that quarterback back on your roster? I mean, I understand that you have like a Brock Vandergriff or Gunnar Stock. I understand you got some guys coming in, but if he still has time and playing time left at Georgia, why wouldn't you want him back for at least one extra year? I mean,
yeah, I feel you there, but I kind of, as a Georgia fan, he will always be remembered. If I ever see him in a bar, I'll buy him a drink. But
there you go.
What was the one guy said?
I want to see him sail off into the sunset.
Yeah, there was. I can't remember who it was. Somebody, what was it, a Georgia radio guy or somebody from Georgia said, Stetson Bennett doesn't have anything to prove, but he has a lot. He could damage his reputation. Let's say if he comes back next year and something devastating happens, he throws 3 picks and Georgia loses to Tennessee.
Exactly. He could put everything that no one has thought he could do. His draft stock is at the ceiling.
Right, and it's like the guy said. Right now, he can run for governor. Stetson Bennett for mayor. But if he comes back next year and it doesn't go well, then he's like, well, he won us one, but then he came back and he messed up all the quarterback room, and this guy transferred, and this guy transferred, and this guy wouldn't come in, and we're back to the old quarterback shuffle again, and blah blah blah. I mean, if you were writing this as a book, if you were writing this as a novel, if you were writing this as a movie screenplay, he'd get on his white pony right now and he'd ride through town and the women would throw flowers at his feet and they'd cheer him and he'd ride off as the hero into the sunset.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's
That's
sad?
how you do it if you're making this a movie,
What's sad is
What's up, Sippy?
What's going on, my man? Out of
What's
Jones
up?
Junior College there in Mississippi, Southern Miss didn't even offer this guy. Yeah. I gotta ask something, Ballard. Something in the game. I ain't even got to talk to you since the national championship, really. But something I noticed in the game. Okay, Bryce Young, Heisman winner, right?
Yep.
Are you sold on him for next year? It's a crazy question. I know it's a crazy question, but
look, what happened in that game was not Bryce Young's fault. Our offensive line did not play their best game, and you had a furious defensive front that played up to what they have all year in Georgia. That's it. This was not Bryce Young's fault. This was a Georgia team on a mission. You give them credit, and that's it. I mean, Bryce didn't lose us this game.
Bryce Young threw 3 balls on the money that would have been complete inside the 10-yard line for long gains that his receivers dropped.
Exactly.
I got no problem with Bryce Young. Welcome back, young man. And I especially like the idea because I know how calm, cool, and collected he is. And I know there ain't going to be anybody more motivated than he. Can you imagine what practices are going to be like next year with Will Anderson and Bryce Young?
He might be yelling at the players.
They are going to be motivated to beat. Oh my God!
I'm so glad we don't play Bama next year.
We can make it happen if you want an annual meeting.
No, March 15th, we're playing in baseball, man. I'll take our chances in baseball.
There you
Definitely not in basketball. We suck in basketball right now.
Well,
Sippy,
we
you a
stunk it
Georgia
up in
fan?
basketball the other night.
Sippy,
What's that?
are you a Georgia fan?
Oh man, I love Georgia. Georgia's like the best.
Finally.
No, I'm kidding. I'm a huge Southern Miss fan. Brett Favre's the GOAT, baby.
Okay. I don't know if you're kidding or not, but that's awesome either way.
Dude, you know what? I'll show you kidding, brother. I'll show you kidding, brother. Southern Miss to the dog.
There we go.
I love
There
my
you go.
Golden Eagles, brother. I love the Golden Eagles.
I mean, LW's got a good point in the comment section. Yeah, if you didn't watch the game and you said Bryce Young threw it 57 times, I'd say Bama lost, and he's right. I mean, that was just.
I just
Threw
don't
it
know
too
why
much.
Alabama didn't run the ball more.
We
True.
should have.
And,
That's what's been the key factor for our offense.
Robinson's a dude. He looked as big as the O lineman that Bama had. That dude's a monster.
I
I wanted to
know.
see him get the ball more.
Well, you know what the thing is? I'm not bragging or anything, but Georgia's defensive line just stood them up.
Yeah, they did. And it's like Ballard said, even when Bama would pass the ball, them guys would be in Bryce Young's face every dang time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you this: just being a Southern Miss guy, man, it was hard to watch. It was a great football game to me, but being a small school guy watching it, it's like, dude.
Well, who'd you want to win?
I'm a coach fan, man, and I like good coaches, so I was going for Bama, real shit.
Okay.
And it's like I said, when I look at national titles, it's obviously Southern Miss isn't never going to be there, right? So when I look at a national title, I usually go with, like I said, I'm a coach fan, so I go with I kind of wanted to see Cincinnati make it because I like old Luke. Thought he would. I knew they weren't going to, beat Bama, but I was just hoping that he would make it in the ship. That way we could, G5 guys, I think all G5 guys around the nation were going for them just to kind of see, us make it in there. But, we kind of knew the writing was on the wall, But
hey, Fickle played a good game, though.
He did.
Oh, yeah.
What was it,
Considering.
57-6? I mean, he held the Heisman winner under 30 points, let alone 40 or whatever. I mean,
The Heisman winner was held under 30 points because Alabama didn't ask the Heisman winner to go out and throw about 3 more touchdowns, which you might have been able to do. Bama didn't show half of their offense against Cincinnati.
yeah, all they did was run the ball in that game, and then you get in the national title, and it was like complete. And I thought that was on purpose too, though. I thought that they ran it down their throat against Cincinnati. Let's be honest, because they can. And then I
Right.
was like, oh, they're saving their passing game for the national title. And then they got in the national title game, and I'm like, dude, maybe we want to run the ball again.
They couldn't. Like I said earlier, I'm
Yeah.
not talking trash.
What's up,
but
guys?
what's up, Nate?
What's up, brother?
Yeah.
What I hope is that that Cincinnati going 13-0 and clearly not having any chance to win that game. They were physically. I mean, you watch the guys walk up to the line of scrimmage before the ball is snapped, and their offensive and defensive line was dwarfed by the Alabama guys on the other side of the field.
yeah.
They were not in any position to ever win that game. They were forget it. And I hope this buries the group of 5. I hope the playoff committee says there's no way we're putting the nation through this again. These teams cannot physically match up. Look, as great as North Dakota State is, if North Dakota State played Ohio State, what do you think would happen to North Dakota State?
Ohio State wins.
Which Ohio State?
Bigly.
Ohio. The Buckeyes beat the Bison 78-3.
Bigly.
I mean, we're talking about, I kept saying it over and over and over again. 77-2 was the score of the Cincinnati Alabama game. Alabama had 77 top 300 players. Of the 85 standing there in uniform, 77 were top 300, and Cincinnati had 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this, and in like a
I mean,
counter.
everybody thought, well, Cincinnati will give them a game because of what they did against Georgia. Cincinnati barely handled Georgia's fucking freshman team. I mean, when Georgia beat them in the Peach Bowl, Georgia was playing guys that hadn't seen 10 snaps all year long.
What were you saying, Sippy?
Oh, I was gonna say, like, and to counter that, like you said that, like, you don't want to see, or they shouldn't let them ever in, but I'm glad they did, to show. I mean, let's be honest, to show that, hey, you guys aren't in the same league. Let's be honest. And that's where I'm going with this. I kind of hope that they're, and people hate when I do this because I've done it on my show, but I kind of wish there was like an NIT tournament. You know how college basketball has like a knockoff version of a national championship with the NIT, the guys that don't make it to the March Madness.
Yep.
I kind of wish there was a group of 5 tournament, and shit, call them a national champion of the group of 5, or I don't know, but there's, because you saw what happened with Cincinnati, and I'm gonna tell you this: I think Nick Saban took it extremely easy, and all he did was run the football. What's that mean? He ran the clock out on Cincinnati.
Ran the clock out. Yep.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you, I respect him so much because he could have. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. He could have blown the shit out of Cincinnati, but he did. He ran the football, ran the clock out, kind of saved his guys for that championship game. But I was glad to see that they finally let them in. Talking about Cincinnati, just to kind of, I guess, shut us up, shut the little guys up, the little schools, But with that being said, they got to come out with like an alternate, or just a group of 5 national champions. I think it would work, man. And ESPN does money, that takes some money out of it. What do y'all think?
What if we did a big tournament of all the top 25 teams?
Well, I'll tell you right now, Sippy. That's why the playoff expansion's going to be made.
Well, it's still not going to make a difference. That's what I'm saying. Because you're like Southern Miss. Say Southern Miss goes fucking 13-0 or whatever. But we get in there, we're going to get bashed, dude. Like, look at Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Well,
now,
I mean, there's always a chance. Like,
come on. Come on.
Actually, I got to step back real quick. Let's rewind for a second. So, Sippy, you were just saying the only reason why Bama didn't score more was because they wanted to get kind of rest up and take it easy before the Georgia game, right? So what you're saying, and I might agree with you, but if we had not run the ball as much, yeah, it would have been a much bigger blowout of a game, right? I mean, we're talking 45-7 or 10, whatever they scored on us to begin with. We probably could have put like 40, let alone 30 on them. Maybe, but
probably.
Y'all would have beat them bad. What if y'all would have thrown it around? I thought it was extremely obvious when I watched that game, and I mean it. I thought it was very obvious that they're just running it right down the throat. Why? Because they can. And why else? It runs the clock out. Why embarrass this team if I don't have to? That's kind of what I thought Nick Saban's mentality was. I think Nick Saban does respect other coaches in the leagues and these other coaches around the nation. I don't think like other people think that, Nick Saban's he hates all these teams. He runs a score up, blah, blah, blah. Well, he didn't against Cincinnati. And that's a team that a lot of people thought that he should blow out. He should have went all out and done this, that, and the other. From what I saw, he held back, dude. I really believe Nick Saban held the dogs back, man. No pun for dogs. I guess that wasn't a good. Sorry.
How about them dogs?
I didn't mean it like that. You know what I mean?
I got what you're saying.
Yeah, it sounded bad. Sorry, Ballard.
It's all right, man.
I won't mention dogs anymore.
I don't care. I mean, let's just focus on next season.
Speaking of which, who we opening? Who's Bama open up? Do we know already?
What do you say?
Who Bama opens up against?
Utah State.
What?
Yes, and it's not even a kickoff game. We're full on home openers or road openers, whatever, for a while.
Where's the game at? Is it in
I
Tuscaloosa?
think it's in. I think we're playing them at home, and then we got to go travel to Texas.
Oh, nice. Starkey.
Hell yes!
Y'all get to
I'm
see
gonna
Starkey
have so
again.
much fun throwing the horns down,
Yep, I agree
and they
with y'all
can't
there.
ban me for it.
Horns down. Week 1 is UGA versus Oregon with Bo Nix and our defensive coordinator as their head coach, Dan Lanning. That's going to be a good one.
I don't want to talk about who Southern Miss opens their first 2 games against. Good God.
Who
I
is
wanna hear
it? Talk
this.
about it.
Liberty and the Fighting Hugh Freezes. And then we got to go to Miami and play the Hurricanes.
Oh, my. Okay. Did you go
Yeah.
there? Did you go to Southern Miss?
Yeah, I did.
Gotcha. We all can't be perfect. You know what I mean? No, I'm just messing with you, Sydney.
One day, Southern Miss will be back to great. We will get another Brett Favre Jr. Problem is, he didn't have no sons. He had all girls. He screwed the Southern Miss Nation over.
Hey, you can take Stetson Bennett from us. I'll be all right with that.
No, we didn't even want him. Like that's what drives me crazy. Another one, Gardner Minshew. Gardner Minshew from Mississippi. Southern Miss didn't even offer the guy. Like I'm sure there's like a list for every school where their state is. Where like this great guy left the state and we didn't even offer. I'm sure there's a list for every school, right? But it's like with Southern Miss, it's always a quarterback. We always lose these guys that we, at one point, like I said, Stetson Bennett was at Jones Junior College there in Ellisville, Mississippi, begging for offers, and Southern Miss doesn't offer. Like, come on, man. Then Gardner Minshew's mustache doesn't even get an offer. Like, come on, dude.
What was y'all's record this year?
We'll talk about it. We're on a 2-game win streak, brother. Frank Gore Jr. is our quarterback.
Okay. What was y'all's record though?
3-9.
Okay. 2-game win streak.
2-game win streak.
I got
baby.
you, brother.
Dog on top. Frank Gore Jr. is our quarterback. Well, did y'all hear about that? Southern Miss went through what?
Frank Gore, like the Georgia boy.
What?
Frank Gore.
Frank Gore Jr. Frank Gore Jr.
Yeah, but Frank Gore Sr. played for
From Miami. Frank Gore
was it
Sr.
Miami?
went to Miami, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And that's why it's like such a storyline for Frank Gore Jr. to go back and play against. He's going to Miami this year, but it's a small storyline.
Oh, he left y'all?
What's that?
He left y'all to go to Miami?
No. Here's the deal. Okay, he's from Miami. Went to a high school in Miami. Didn't get I think he got offered. Maybe got offered by Miami, but the writing's on the wall for that kid. He's like short guy, undersized. He's not his daddy, and he was going to go to FAU. And Lane Kiffin ended up going to Ole Miss, so he withdrew and flipped commit to Southern Miss. And last season, he was a running back, right? So last season, we went through 6 or 7 quarterbacks. Every single quarterback on the roster got injured for the year. So we had to go to like this triple option kind of thing, and we called it a super back. And Frank Gore was our super back. Instead of a quarterback, he became a super back. And we ran like this two running back set all game long. And it's just weird that we won our last 2 games with a running back at quarterback.
Jeez.
When our quarterbacks couldn't even win a game, Ain't that crazy? Like, come on.
Yeah.
That ain't Southern Miss. I don't know what is.
Hey, you get them out, you take them. You know what I mean?
It's bad, brother. It's bad down here. I did get to go to the Tuscaloosa game this year and see Southern Miss put up.
So yeah, let me ask you about that because I think we talked the week of that game and you said you were going, but what'd you think of the environment and just being in Tuscaloosa, man?
Okay, I always hear when like people, and I hear it all the time, dude. Like people go to these Alabama games that aren't Alabama fans and they hate it. They're like, "Oh, these guys were rude. They were assholes. This, that, and other." When I went, understand, like Bama fans welcomed me. They gave me food. They gave me drinks. They thought I was really cool because we didn't have a chance of winning, right? So we weren't a threat. So they saw a Southern Miss fan. They were like, "Oh my God, you guys actually showed up."
Yeah,
like y'all showed up, man. Like y'all got a fan, but it really was like that. I know people can laugh, but Alabama fans, like I guess it was like 14 or 15 of us when we walked around, all Southern Miss guys, and they really, y'all, like I'm telling you, tailgate to tailgate. We were walking through the what's it called? The district? I don't know what it's called. Not the Grove. I don't know what it's called.
The Strip.
Whatever. Yeah, sure. But we're walking through, and we ended up at the Houndstooth. But great place, by the way. Houndstooth in Tuscaloosa is where it's at on game day, pre and after. Houndstooth. Anyways, all the little tailgate tents and everything on campus at Alabama, I'm telling you, dog, I can't even say it enough. They really, just showed love, beers, drinks, food.
Now,
everything.
let me ask you this. Did you grab lunch at any restaurant in Tuscaloosa?
No, dude, I didn't have to. I'm telling you, I was getting burgers, all that.
Okay.
And I think it's just like they felt bad for me because what was about to happen?
If you ever go back, because I mean, we've played each other maybe twice in the past 4 years. I think we've played each other recently, but even if it's not Southern Miss, man, if you ever find yourself just saying, you know what, I might go check out this Bama game or whatever just to get another game day experience. If you ever try to get food, man, Dreamland Barbecue is very big. And then there's a place that I went to with my grandmother months back when I went over the summer called Rama Jammas. And I promise you, I don't think I still have the picture up here. I'd have to go get it off Facebook. But, dude, they have this national championship burger. Now, you would think with the titles we claim, that's a lot of patties, right? It's not necessarily that. But, dude, that joker had maybe 6 patties with cheese in between each. And I had to push it down. It was big enough. I had to just cut it up with a fork and a knife, but it was hell of good, man. I'm telling you. So Rama Jammas or Dreamland Barbecue, if you're down for some barbecue, is a big joint too.
One thing that really pissed me off, I went to and I just realized this. It's been about 3 months since it actually happened. But I went down to Athens for the Georgia-Michigan game. And we're talking about restaurants. There was a restaurant called Herschel's, like Herschel Walker.
There you go.
They closed it down. They did away with Herschel's. And there was riots outside. Not actual riots, but people being like, what the fuck? They did away with Herschel's in Athens, and I think that's just
that don't even make no doggone sense.
I'm saying, brother.
Come on, man. What'd they name it? Manning's? No, I'm just kidding. There's a Manning's here. I live right outside New Orleans, and everything's a Bobby Hebert or a Manning. Everything around.
Oh, I ate dinner at Little Wayne's one time.
I've never ate there.
Little Wayne's?
No.
That sounds wrong, but go on. Little Wayne's.
What we got here? Oh.
That's the burger I was telling you about, bro.
Ooh, you filthy monster, you.
Hell yeah.
That's
why I'm so big right now is because I still am trying to work that off.
Jesus Christ.
And I went back in June, by the way, so I'm still trying to work.
Is that a Bear fan? Like a Chicago Bear fan sitting there eating?
Oh, my God. Yes.
That's so funny, dude.
And is that Jeff? That's not Jeff, is it?
That's
a Bear
Jeff
fan in
Webster.
Tuscaloosa.
Jeff
him.
Webster.
That's not you, is it, Jeff?
I'm gonna go to Ramajamas is overrated.
Ooh. That's what they said about Herschel's.
Ooh.
It's great. It's great for the first time you're in town and you want to visit the place, and you feel like you need to go to some place iconic. But people that live there don't go there.
Ramajama.
So let me ask you this, Ballard.
Yeah.
The stadium's close to Tuscaloosa, obviously. Probably that's
It's in
probably shouldn't have
Tuscaloosa,
said that.
but go on.
But,
Ramajama is like a block from the stadium.
Yep.
so do y'all have like restaurants and bars and everything like just around the stadium, like Athens?
Of course.
On the strip, baby. Go to the Houndstooth.
Going out on the strip. Yeah, man.
I'm
No,
telling
it's
you,
not-
man.
it's
The
not-
Houndstooth is the place.
It's not immediately next to the stadium, but I mean they're on the strip a couple blocks away. Yeah, but not
Well, Jeff, have you
Not-
been to Athens?
right next door to Bryant Denny. Yeah, I've been to Athens. Yes, I've seen a game there a long time ago.
So is
I gotta go check Athens out, and there's so many different college towns. Like I'd like to. I damn sure ain't going to Auburn, but I would not mind like a trip to Oxford to check.
I want to
it
go to
out or
Vanderbilt.
whatever.
I want to go to Vanderbilt.
Oh,
Hell,
I'd take a trip to Knoxville just to flip off the Vols. Anyway, what were you saying, Colby? Before I cut you off.
It's fine. No, I want to go to Vanderbilt and see Nashville.
Yeah. There. Oh yeah. Oh, Nashville,
I'm-
man. That's
First, you're ready for that Miami trip. Southern Miss gonna take them down, baby.
Yes, sir. I feel like I just became a Southern Miss fan, so let's go.
Got
How
to.
great is the Southern Miss campus? Like, what do you have on there? I mean, it's
Oh.
not too big of a school, is it?
Let's well,
Where is
check
Southern Miss like at in Mississippi? Like
it's
what
in
town?
Hattiesburg.
Never heard of her.
Yeah, I haven't either. She's ugly.
Oh my God.
Hattiesburg. If you go to Hattiesburg, obviously you got to go to Hardy Street. Hardy Street has everything, but if you leave Hardy Street, you're gonna get shot. So don't do that.
Okay.
But Hardy Street is it's kind of like the Strip, but like not as fun. And it's not like you have to actually drive from bar to bar. You know, like you could walk, but you might get hit, robbed by a homeless guy or something. But
Yeah.
if you come to Mississippi, brother, go down to the coast, go to Biloxi, enjoy yourself.
I feel like everything he says is like, don't go there. I'm going.
Yeah,
You're going to
don't
get
do that.
robbed.
I'll be honest, man. When you as a Southern Miss fan, I went there and grew up around the area, and we look forward to playing on the road just because, we like traveling. We like going to literally every game.
Yeah.
But and they're easy, right? Like Southern Miss used to play Tulane, they would play Houston, they would play Alabama, they would play UAB, Memphis. Like everybody we usually play is only a state away, it seems, So it was always fun to travel. So I've gotten used to of course I got season tickets. I go to every single doggone ball game. But last season I only missed 2 games. Obviously I didn't go to San Antonio. I travel, with these teams, man. Just because we're road dogs. Oh, I said dog again. I'm sorry, Ballard. We just as a Southern Miss fan, we're used to being the underdog and going on the road and beating bigger teams.
Hey, what's y'all's
AKA
mascot?
the Golden Eagles, baby.
The Golden
Does it have a
Eagle.
nickname? Does your mascot have a nickname?
Yeah, Seymour.
Seymour the Golden Eagle.
Seymour Southern Miss Golden Eagles, baby.
There you go.
Yeah, see, this is the attack eagle right here.
Let me see.
And this one is from the 80s. And then this one up here is our new logo. And then, that's the Chiefs.
Chiefs fan, of course.
But just the Southern Miss on that flag, that was the just like our alternate. And then this one is the legal eagle, the one we got sued for.
Sued for? Wait,
You got sued for it? What?
Yeah.
I need some explanation
Iowa.
about that.
Iowa sued us.
I was about to say it kind of looks like the Iowa.
Can y'all see this? I can't see my screen.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
That was and I don't usually fly that because we all call that the illegal eagle. But this is our new one. Southern Miss to the doggone top, baby.
Yeah, y'all go check out Sippy Sports Show. I just put your channel link in the comments so people can find you.
Hey,
what was this? So what was this L Mustard Buzzard Strikes Again video here? What is?
Oh man,
What's that about?
The mustard buzzard has been
Can I show this? Can I show this video real quick and then we'll I guess talk about it?
Yeah, go ahead. He's been terrorizing the doggone property lately.
All right. L Mustard Buzzard Strike Again.
I want to do a quick video. I say quick, don't know how long I'm really about to go. Still getting camera footage and being terrorized by the mustard buzzard. If you guys know anything, authorities or nobody like that's gotten back to me, I don't know what else to do. So if you're seeing this mustard buzzard, go ahead, reach out to me, comment on the video, do whatever it is to get in touch with me. Because I'm tired of you coming around my doggone house at night between 6, 8, 9 o'clock, whatever the hell it is, terrorizing the doggone neighbors that aren't Southern Miss fans. You seem to be a Southern Miss fan yourself, but yet you keep coming on my property, terrorizing my doggone kids, my dog, all that shit. If you're watching this, reach out to me. All I know is why you're doing this and why you won't leave me alone, brother. I'm a Southern Miss fan through and through. Just wanting to know why you're terrorizing your fellow Southern Miss fan. I'm gonna let y'all see the video and y'all comment, tell me what you think, and tell me if I'm going about this the right way. Because I mean, the only thing I know is to confront a man when he's messing with you, and I can't confront the son of a gun because he's. Does this guy ever shut up?
Where the hell? Keep coming on the property and getting. I get you on video, but I can't get you in person, brother. So if you're out there seeing this, dude, show up, man. Let's have an interview. Let's talk.
Let's make you famous. And
it's getting old, brother. It's getting old real fast.
Damn. That's him?
That freaking pesky pest. Leave us alone.
He's just like creeping around?
That's all he does. He just creeps.
Oh my God.
He didn't steal your lug nuts, did he?
You know what? I want you to know. He's like this luchador, that's like luchador wrestler, but he's in Louisiana. He's a Southern Miss. None of this makes sense. None of it. He's terrorizing me, you know, and he's a Southern Miss fan apparently, and I just don't get it. I don't.
So he says.
Y'all need a Southern Miss neighborhood watch, man.
We do. Before things get nasty.
Yeah. So he's basically like this weird creep that's just kind of sneaking up on your property, like he wants to like fight you out front. Dude, he looked like he was from Nacho. Is he part of Nacho Libre's act or something? Like what is?
He's like a Nacho Libre was a knockoff, right? So this guy's like a knockoff of the knockoff, Andre. I do have a good feeling though about it all. I do think that he's going to link up pretty soon. We're going to get him on camera. I'm going to do a face-to-face interview with him. Yeah, I have a feeling that he's going to come clean after I called his ass out. You know, I really do.
I got you there.
When you do it, make sure you rip that mask off and let him know who he really is.
Well, if you know anything about wrestling, the most what do we call it? The most offensive thing you could do to a luchador is take his mask off.
Okay, gotcha.
So, just out of respect of wrestling, I mean, I'm a '90s kid, brother. You can't beat Stone Cold, The Rock, Undertaker, Triple H. But you know, anyway,
Hulk Hogan.
Well, it's a little '80s, but we'll go with Hulk Hogan too, baby.
There you go,
brother.
That's my boy, Hulk Hogan,
The Undertaker.
But I don't know. I think after, you know, exposing him with my security cameras and all that, I mean, he ain't got no choice but to come out and talk, right?
I wonder. I'm really wondering if he's gonna make his way down to Miami.
Well, he
That'd
does
be-
know that I'm going to be there. So it wouldn't surprise me at all. No, but as it stands, fellas, I've gotten 2 different times I got them on camera.
Okay.
So I think that it could just end and we could never hear from him again since I've kind of put him on blast.
No.
Or the other way, because he could, show up. And I think that's the only 2 ways. I don't think he's going to be creeping around anymore. He didn't today. But we'll see. I'm excited. Hopefully I can get this guy on in face-to-face so I can slap him around and tell him to leave me alone and maybe give him a beer after and watch some old Southern Miss game films about when we actually won games.
That's right.
Yeah.
I like how you're still keeping character.
Yeah. Ballard, look.
Yes, sir.
Look.
Hold on.
You see?
Yeah, there you go.
Is this a face to face right here? I feel like it is.
Put
Tell
it
me
on.
this isn't funny, boy.
This is awesome. Man.
Sippy, are you gonna go down to Miami though? Or
Yeah,
where's the
for
game
sure.
at? Like you said,
It's
it's
in Miami.
Second week or something like that.
Yeah, it's like week 2. I just actually had it pulled up. September 3rd, we play Liberty, so I guess it's like the 7th, maybe. What is that? What would it be? The 11th? I don't know.
Travel down there, man. I need to
What's that?
subscribe to your channel. I've never heard of you.
No one has.
Sadly. So I mean, but I got you now.
No one's heard of me. I'm like a myth. I'm like the mustard buzzard, brother.
The mustard buzzard?
That's L Mustard Buzzard, the guy terrorizing me.
Oh,
that's what Southern
is
Miss
that the
fans-
name?
They used to call us the mustard buzzard. Y'all have no idea. There's a guy. Let me see if I can show y'all. There's in Hattiesburg area. There's a local guy. I say local. No, it's like Hattiesburg, Jackson, and Laurel area. He does a radio show, right? Like actual car radio, whatever you want to call it. I don't even know how to make that seem more legit than I just did. But anyways, I've been on the radio with him before. I've been on the just talking Southern Miss football. Well, he sent me this message today, and I'm gonna do this on your channel. Obviously, I'm not gonna expose him on mine. No, you can't see it. Anyways, he said, "Hello, friend. If the video of someone on your property is real, we would like to have you back on the Eagle Hour. We don't have to talk about that private issue of yours, but we would like to give you props for all the support you've been getting through the Southern Miss community." And I died laughing, y'all. I thought that I was like, dude, do I tell him? Like, he's a radio host. And I would go on there live and like, what do I tell him, So I still haven't responded. I still want to go back on, but what do I do?
Wait, so the radio host thinks it's actually not you?
Right. He thinks
it's That's what makes it more funny. You should do it.
Oh, I know. And I've like sent it to the Sippy squad, and like the Sippy squad is just like I was talking about them earlier, like the 14, 15, 16 different guys that we all travel around and we go to the home games and we all sit together, this, that, and other. Well, I told all of them, and they were like, dude, you got to keep it going. You got to go on radio and have people really believe that this guy's terrorizing you. See, March of last year, I got I work at a school, and then I have a lawn business on the side. Well, all of my trailer, my lawnmowers, my weed eaters, my blowers, all of that was stolen. So, and he remembers that very clearly. So, like when this happened, this guy was walking around my property. It kind of went with it, and I had forgotten all about that. I mean, I didn't forget about it, but I just didn't connect the two, right? Like, oh, it's It's weird, like I'm just making this as another series, just to go with the show, man. But like, what do you do? Like, do you tell the guy, like, hey, it's fake, or do you tell him?
No, you do
You go on
not.
the
You
radio
roll
and
with it.
say,
You
"Hey,
roll with it.
everybody, help me! This guy keeps terrorizing." All these people are gonna like start a GoFundMe for Sippy. Poor guy, he won't leave him alone. Like he needs armed security. Dude, I'm telling y'all, I didn't think I thought it was supposed to be like, what's Sippy doing, man? Like that's funny, but what's he? That's what it was supposed to be. Not, hey man, if that's real, let's get you back on the show. And I'm like, oh god, what do I do?
Man, no. You should roll with it. Honestly, roll
Oh,
with it.
I think I will. But I'm gonna tell. I gotta tell him like, yo, it's a work.
Yeah, they'll probably work with you too.
Yeah. But I had to get me a luchador mask, man. I'm getting another one made too. You can get these made pretty cheap, by the way. Not that you guys are gonna go buy a luchador mask, but just saying, it's pretty.
Does it come with that one thing that you like that they put in the mouth and like maybe it's not a gag, but something like that?
It's like this, and it's like actually got the laces and all that. Like it's a real professional, like grade. What's it called? Luchador mask made
Hey,
in Mexico.
Sippy, I have a random question for you.
What's that?
Have you seen Spider-Man?
No, don't talk about it either.
I won't give any spoilers. You're a big Marvel fan?
And what's that?
Are you a big Marvel fan? Like
Sure.
superhero movies?
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking. I'm just being funny. No, yeah, I like all of it. I'm more into like wrestling, but whenever I saw this as like a superhero wrestler, and that's where I went with it. But no, I like Marvel. I like DC. But I guess I think I would be a Marvel guy. What's Aquaman?
What's Aquaman?
Is he Marvel?
No, he's DC.
Okay, well I guess I like DC, bro.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm just saying, like not the Aquaman movie, but I'm talking about like the comics, man. When I was a kid, like I was a big Aquaman fan. I lived on the coast there in Long Beach, Mississippi, right by Biloxi, and yeah, I thought the water was cool. And I thought
See, I never been. I used to when I was like 8 to 10. I was big into. I wouldn't say 8 to 10. Probably like 13 to 15. Honestly, I was big into wrestling, and then I dropped off, and now I'm just starting getting back to it.
AEW or
WWE. I think it was I think John Cena had some tour going on with WWE. The John Cena tour. I think it was WWE.
Oh yeah, it had to have been Cena would he's he makes too much money with them to go over to AEW.
What do you like better?
Right now or my whole
Right
life?
now, right now. Well, what should I start watching right now? Because I
if I was you and you want to see a good product, maybe NXT or AEW. SmackDown and Raw, man, it's my God, it's so. I don't know. I may be wrong. I watch it all. I watch SmackDown. I watch Raw. I watch it all, man. I've been watching it since the 96 maybe, and I've just and I've went back, and I guess my all-time favorite wrestler didn't even really he wrestled, but Ric Flair, man, going and watching him, Steamboat, man, them matches were awesome. But whenever we came up, dude, Ric Flair was like a bad dude. Him and Vince McMahon both. They were like you hated those guys. And when you go back further, man, Ric Flair was the man, brother. But when in the '90s and early 2000s, people hated Ric Flair, like the younger kids, because we didn't, we never saw him as the good guy. We saw him as the heel. And nah, man. If I was
Steve Austin fan,
oh my God, dude. That I'm gonna tell you who my favorite wrestler when I was like when I was 8 years old was Road Dogg, Oh, you didn't know? That guy with DX, and they would
I remember.
It would be Road Dogg and X Pac and Triple H and Shawn Michaels.
Triple H, yeah, fuck yeah! I'm glad you said that.
those were the guys that really made the childhood, and then seeing Vince McMahon and Stone Cold like that just rivalry was so cool because like Vince McMahon was by the book and Stone Cold couldn't even read a book. You know what I mean? So it was just really cool seeing that rivalry. But if I was to jump into wrestling right now, I'm telling you, brother, watch AEW, watch NXT.
AEW, where can I find that at? Because I work in Atlanta. I'm from Augusta, Georgia, but I work in Atlanta, so I stay in a hotel. Monday through Friday.
What
channel you?
On TNT.
TNT. What days?
Ooh, I think it's. Let me see. Now they have a YouTube show that's like every freaking day, basically, and I watched that too. AEW Dark. They got AEW. They got too many shows, really, but yeah, I watch all of them, brother, or try to. If I'm home.
Wait, you were breaking up a little bit. You said W.
Say that again.
You were breaking up. You said W what?
I don't know what I said. AEW comes on TNT on Wednesdays. Oh, I'm sorry. That's on TBS on Wednesdays. And on Fridays, they're on TNT.
So tonight. Okay. AEW? Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's probably already over. And then they got a YouTube show that comes on Mondays and Tuesdays. So, like, they got 4 different shows, man, which is way too much.
Yeah. So you ever been to anything live?
No, only local wrestling, like these little cheap independent shows. That's pretty funny. But I've never went to a wrestling thing. I've went to, like, every football thing you can think of, but I haven't went to no wrestling. Other than, like, these little local promotions that are funny to go watch. It's a bunch of hillbillies, man.
Oh, shit.
No,
man.
not hillbillies. Rednecks. A bunch of rednecks around here.
Man, they have... I live in Augusta with my pops, and I swear to God, every 2 weeks we have midget wrestling at the James Brown Arena. Every 2 weeks. It's crazy.
Hey, you see, K-Dog, I got 2 words for you. Suck it. Hey, Ballard, what was your favorite wrestler, man?
Oh, man.
Uh-oh. Please don't
It's
say
great
Vince
seeing
McMahon.
Brock Lesnar back on top of it all.
Not Roman Reigns?
Now, I love Roman Reigns. But God, I do love Roman. I like a lot of the ones today.
Who's your all-time favorite?
Oh shoot!
Dun 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 dun. Dun, dun,
I was thinking, man.
That's funny. My time is here. My time's now.
Dude, I really do like John Cena. John Cena, like, he's probably, I hate to say it, but John Cena is probably my favorite wrestler right now.
Hey, Colby, if you like John Cena, you got to go watch him when he was with OVW, Ohio Valley Wrestling. Have you ever watched any of his stuff before he went to WWE or WWF?
No, and I need to write that down right now.
It's John Cena, OVW, Ohio Valley Wrestling. Jim Cornette was the booker, like promoter and all that back then. And he used John Cena pretty good, I thought.
Okay.
But
got
it. I personally was like not a big John Cena fan, but I understand that he was probably one of the best like fundamental wrestlers, definitely of his time. And right now, who is probably the best like true wrestler, fundamental wrestler, would probably be Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson or whatever he is. But he went to AEW too.
Have you heard of that one guy? I think he has a reality show right now.
Please don't say Chris Jericho.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
No, what'd you say? What'd you say? CP?
Oh, I said, please don't say Chris Jericho.
No, it wasn't him.
I used to love that guy, and then now it's.
No, he has a reality show right now. It's fuck. If I could, I wish I could pull it up on my phone right now, but I'll have to leave the stream. I think Chris. It's not Chris. Fuck, I can't remember. But he is married. I'll tell you this: he is married to a wrestler as well.
Oh, K-Dog said The Miz?
The Miz, yes, The Miz. I hate that motherfucker.
I don't like The Miz either.
Yeah, yeah, I hate him. But he is entertaining. You gotta give him that.
Yeah, I used to love Chris Jericho, man. But since I guess like even when he went to AEW, I was like so hyped up. I was like, dude, this is gonna be like good wrestling again. It's been years since we saw good wrestling, and we get over there and like the first couple of weeks of AEW, first month was still good, and then Chris Jericho, it's like everybody that's on top, whoever's on top of AEW, whoever's hot right now, is whoever Chris Jericho has to go and feud with. And like after he's done feuding with them, it takes that wrestler that's like young, he's like a young guy, whatever, Chris Jericho's old, and it like buries him. It like tears that wrestler down, and Chris Jericho puts himself over. And I'm like, dude, you're like 50 years old, man. Let these guys beat you, become a commentator, do something else, and stop like ruining. I'm serious. Ruining people's careers. He's not doing like CM Punk is. CM Punk came back and he's putting guys over. Now, don't get me wrong. He's not going to put over some, schlum. But, if you're a veteran, you got to put guys over to keep it going, to keep wrestling hot. My God, Chris Jericho was a champion in the early 2000s, and we're in 2022, and he's still feuding with people like he's 20 years old.
Yeah.
It just
TNS.
Bothers.
Yeah.
I sent you a picture real quick, Sippy, of that burger, by the way. I was trying to find it.
I just got it.
Oh, I ate the whole damn thing. I ate the whole damn thing.
There's no way.
She said.
Dude, that thing is huge.
I know.
You would have to like this.
You ever been to Augusta?
Augusta, yes.
You have?
Oh, I have.
It's on my must-visit list for sure. I got to check out all the SEC.
Well, the only reason to come to Augusta is for the Masters. That's the only reason.
Well, I have family. I have family around,
or family, or a girl. Yeah. Family to the Masters. That's the only reason to come to Augusta.
You okay there, Ballard?
Ballard's never been to Augusta. Nah.
Oh.
The what?
What part of Augusta is your family from? If you don't mind me asking.
I have no idea. Now, while we're saying it, how far is Augusta from Marietta?
About 2 hours.
Okay. See, my family lives in Augusta, and we went to Marietta. I was young, man, and there was like this festival going on, and it was huge, and we had a very good time in Marietta. But we would stay around Augusta and all that. But I guess when I look back on it, all I remember is really like, Marietta and the festival.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm about 25 minutes from Marietta right now, but my pops, I stay with him on the weekends, travel up here for work.
Where are you from?
Augusta.
Oh, you're from Augusta. Okay.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Ballard's from Hattiesburg, baby, to the doggone top. I guess he left me.
Yeah, I think I like slowly started hearing him like leave the microphone.
Slowly drift away.
Yeah. Like a fart in the wind.
There you go.
But yeah, from Augusta, born and raised there. Now I'm doing work up here near Atlanta.
Sweet. You Georgia fan, right?
Yes, sir.
Who's Georgia open up against next year?
Oregon. Oregon.
Oh God, Bo Nix.
Yeah, so we got
Bo Nix.
Yeah, Bo Nix, and also our defensive coordinator is leaving Georgia to go head coach at Oregon. So it'll be a good one.
You want to know something small about Georgia? Buster Faulkner and Todd Monken are both former coaches at Southern Miss.
Todd Monken coached at Southern Miss?
Yeah, he coached Southern Miss in 2014 when we had Nick Mullins, who is now a NFL quarterback.
What's up, Michael?
And he was very good, man. I'm telling you right now, Todd Monken as a head coach at Southern Miss, I think it's when he inherited the team, they were 0-12, and in 2 years he got them to 9-4, and then he left there and took an OC job at Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Shit, man.
Yeah, dude. And then Buster Faulkner was a what was he, like an offensive coordinator maybe at Southern Miss, and now he's at Georgia as well. So it was like really, really cool.
Yeah.
Even though I was going for Alabama because I like Nick Saban, it was very cool to see like the Southern Miss like tree. You know,
Ooh, I wanted to ask you about that. You said, I think probably maybe an hour ago, you said you wanted coaches, like dynasty coaches, to keep winning. Or something along those lines. I might be putting words in your mouth. I don't know.
To like keep winning?
Or like you said something along the lines like you wanted good coaches to keep winning or something like that.
Yeah, okay. So I don't. Yeah, you put words in my mouth. This is what I feel. I feel like I like coaches, right? So I like Nick Saban. I like Dabo Swinney. I'm a small school guy, right? So I'm allowed to like all these coaches. Luke Fickell. But whenever Luke Fickell and Nick Saban were there head to head, I'm like, dude, I've seen Nick Saban win a million of them. Let's go for Luke Fickell. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't necessarily let's go against Alabama or let's go against Cincinnati. It was, I've seen Nick Saban win. Let's see Luke Fickell win it. Or even though I knew it wasn't going to happen. I'm not saying I know that. I'm just saying that's who I was going for. And then in the national championship game, I'm like, Kirby Smart, I only really like him because I saw him at Alabama. So I'm going for Nick Saban. You see what I'm saying? And I know that's wrong, but that's kind of where I was at. And then a good example, coach's fan, right? So I like Skip Holtz, who is Lou Holtz's son. He's at Louisiana Tech. Yeah, you guys know Lou Holtz, right? Dr. Lou?
Yep.
Yeah, his son, Skip Holtz. If y'all remember, Skip Holtz was at ECU, and he was beating all them teams over there on the East Coast, Virginia Tech. I can't think of off the top of my head. But, like, for a moment there, he was, like, running the Carolinas, man. And then he got a job offer down at Louisiana Tech, and he came down here. So, like, I follow coaches, because I don't know, actually. I have no idea, but I love just different coaches around the nation.
Well, my question to you,
ahead.
like, I'm not trying to, obviously, like, I'm not trying to talk shit or anything, but like, you want Luke Fickell to win, like they haven't won in a long time,
ever.
Yeah, well, ever, yeah. So, what's the difference between Luke and I'm just picking their brain. So, what's the difference between Luke and Kirby? For your polling, like
that's a good one. Yeah, if it was Georgia and Cincinnati, I would go for Cincinnati, but it's not because it's Georgia or Cincinnati. I would rather go for Luke Fickell, and it's like I said, I've kind of all the guys that came from like the Saban tree. When I see them coach, I'm like, I don't want to see them beat Saban.
Well, why don't you want to see coaches beat Saban?
From the Saban tree. See, I was wanting Luke Fickell to beat Saban. You see what I'm saying there? Like, Saban taught, in a sense, he probably didn't. He was under him. So he probably taught Kirby Smart the ropes a little bit,
Yeah,
and,
I got you.
Luke Fickell, it's like this dude just came up on his own over here.
Yep.
Like, who is Luke Fickell? You know, and that's kind of where
he started literally from the bottom. Now
correct. And see, like Mac Brown, the old Texas coach, North Carolina, currently whatever. Like a huge fan of his, man.
Yeah.
Was a little small tidbit there. He used to be a Southern Miss coach as well, brother. Mac Brown. That's true. And we wouldn't hire him anything higher than like a running back coach. So of course he kicked rocks and became a national championship coach with Vince Young. But anyways, yeah, I'm coach.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Okay, I just want to see where you were coming from, and I got it now. So, gotcha.
Yeah, I got to give it another one too. Being in Mississippi, it's like Lane Kiffin came, and what was the Mike Leach is at Mississippi State. So like when they played,
Bigfoot.
when I was when they were playing in the Egg Bowl, I was going for Mike Leach. Why? Because Lane Kiffin used to be at FAU, brother, beating up on Southern Miss.
Yeah,
you know? And then he was over there sneaking around with Coach Saban's daughter when he was at Alabama. Yeah, we can talk about that too. So I just like as a coach, it was like I love Lane Kiffin as a coach, but like as a dude, I don't know, brother.
But as a coach perspective, like Nick Saban, he's the GOAT. Like I think we can both agree on that. But you gotta say that seeing Kirby win at his alma mater, where he was married at, where he had his kids at, it's a good win.
Oh yes, indeed. You can't be. This is what I was mad about. I'll tell you something. This I was so mad that the ESPN, like I guess cameras or comments, whatever, they didn't highlight Kirby as much. Like throughout the game, before the game, after the game, they never really highlighted him.
No, they didn't. I noticed that as well.
Like if Saban would have won it, or if Fickle would have won it, or if Harbaugh would have won it, they would have been all over those guys with cameras. What it like? And at the end of the game, they put a camera in Kirby's face. What for 5 minutes?
Yeah.
I thought that was very disrespectful. I don't know. They should have spotlighted him winning his first national title way more than what they did. They just made it like, oh, Georgia won it. In a sense, that was kind of offensive to me. I was like, you know what? Y'all need to give this man more props. He just took down Bama after getting blasted, I'll say.
And he also got roasted. Or not, I wouldn't say roasted, but he got not even. I'm not talking about the SEC championship game, but for the fans all year, including me, and I will admit it right now, including me, why play Stetson Bennett? And he was right. He was absolutely right to play Stetson Bennett. I mean, it's obvious at this point.
I'm gonna say I thought from history, right? I thought when Stinson in that fumble, right, the throw, the guy stepping out of bounds, all that drama. You can call it however y'all see it, but whenever he threw the pass, they call it a fumble. The Bama player grabbed it by chance and stepped out of bounds. Whatever. When that happened, I thought it was over, y'all. I did, because how hard is it to mess up one time on Alabama, and that's it. The game's over. So when they messed up and came back and won the way they did, I was like, oh my God, they deserved it. And they did. They did.
It was
it's
the
just
fourth
hard,
quarter.
man. It was hard for me because I guess it wasn't. Like, I'm a Southern Miss fan. I didn't really have a dog in the fight, but it was at the end of the day, I was like, dang, congratulations. I was going for Alabama the whole game, and once it was over, I immediately looked back and I was like, Georgia, at that moment in the game when they threw it was like I don't know. I still don't know if it was a fumble, man.
Well, the thing is, like, I know Stetson threw that intercept or that fumble. I want to say throw, but he tossed that fumble. It got recovered. Bama scored. But the one thing that Todd Monken did, old buddy from Southern Miss, what did he do? He told Stetson to throw it 3 plays in a row, and or 3 out of 4.
Yeah.
And
came out slinging for sure right after.
Yeah, and then and the rest is history, man.
Yeah.
But all right, boys, I gotta go to bed. I gotta wake up around 6.
I ain't far behind you,
I
Colby.
was just about to say the same thing. Y'all be easy, brothers.
Yeah, love y'all, and thanks for coming on,
Good meeting you,
guys.
brother.
See ya. Yeah, that'll do it. Appreciate Sippy, J-Dub, Colby, and others coming on here. I think Michael showed up for a little bit. I love you guys. Jesus loves you. Keep your head up. And again, point of this stream, at least to start out, big day for me tomorrow. We're going to try to meet with the school communications or athletic director. I know we're used to, as college football fans, athletic director being the term, but it's more so just in general communications, not just for sports, but obviously that's what I'm going for. But I'm going to meet with someone to see what I could do to get involved. Just a lot of big things coming my way, and I know God's got a great plan, but I also know that I got a lot of family and friends, and especially you people on here, with love and support, and I love and appreciate all of you. So to answer your question, Michael, we'll see. Maybe Friday or sometime this weekend. I'll go live again, of course. Maybe even tomorrow if I get a chance. We'll see. But anyway, I love you guys. Jesus loves you. Keep your head up. Please like, comment, and subscribe right here to Ballard Sports Media for more sports content. And until next time, folks, Ballard Sports Media, check it out. Love y'all. Roll Tide.
How about that? Check to local initiative.
Okay. Roll Tide.